Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I was in the middle of doing a process video, and Jackson's coming. I was in the middle of doing a process video, or sorry, not doing a process video, of just scrapping, and I'm loving the way it's turning out so much I'm going to turn it into a process video. So I thought I'd like show you where I'm at, and then I'll do the rest of it on film. I apologize. Jackson is watching a show, and it's a Monday, and it's busy, and it's loud. So this part will be rough, and then the voiceover part will be much better. So the first thing I did is I used my stencil that is part of this collection right here. It's the Chamel, and it's the one that has, I know you can't see it, and it's drying at the moment, but it's got all these hearts. And so I just took some modeling paste, and then I sprinkled on some glitter that I own. I think this might be the Martha Stewart glitter. I believe that's what it's from. I just found it in my stash and I decided to use it. I am decided for Calvinball what my goal is not just to get 25 layouts done, but I also want to use something up in every layout that like I normally haven't been doing. So for this one, I wanted to use glitter. I very rarely do I use glitter in that form. And I was watching Kelly Barron's video from Monday for the Crafty Maven Getaway, and she did this too. I'm like, oh, Kelly, you're the best. So I lifted that part of it doing hearts, so I love this. And then my next step is to decide what background I want to use. So my first option is, depending, because I like the colors and I'm just so drawn to blues, it tends to be what I like. I decided to start, whoops, sorry Jackson, to start with this. Sorry, my son's trying to reach for everything. To start with the blue to see what I like, and I do like this. I think it works well. Plays off, you can see the glitter really well, so I'm liking that. And then my second option is this piece right here that has hearts on it, and then on the back of it is the you know, things that you blow. It's a Teresa Collins paper, and it's titled Hearts. So this must be the B-side, and it's from 9 & Co. So a bit older, but I like this. I like the back side of it too, so if I use this I'm going to trim it. But I like it almost because it's a play on hearts on hearts. And the photos I'm thinking about, I haven't even decided that yet, is this photo of my bump. I've been trying to scrap this for a little while now. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll notice that it's up here. It just never makes it on a layout. So that's the one. And the other two are these ones I have that were from my Project Life in 2014 that I condensed, and I kind of like them together like this, and I'm thinking about using that. I kind of am going to scrap lift myself from a layout that I did when I did the Lifted series with Jen Stokes, and we did a layout where there was 3 little parts here, and I think we were lifting Alicia. But so I'm gonna scrap lift myself and go like that. And I kind of like that. I'm almost leaning towards this because there's already hearts into it. I think it plays off well, and the color, because it's black and white, versus using this because I don't think the colors match. So this poor photo, again, is going to get put to the side. I'll eventually get to it. And so I think this is where I'm going to start with. I am already made the decision I'm going to stick with this paper. So I'm going to put the other paper away as well. And then the other thing I really want to do, and I'm challenging myself, is for the challenge, for the Victoria Marie Facebook challenge, Sarah and I had challenged everyone to use up their stickers, and I still have a bunch of stickers, and these are all still fairly new, and so I'm gonna try to get something on here with some of these stickers. I want to get this used up. So that's where I'm at. I'll get you guys on fast forward and we'll see what I can create.
Alright everyone, so here I go. I trimmed out the back of that pattern paper so that I could use the B side in another project because it's so pretty. And then what I'm going to do is I know my photos are going to go there. I am kind of recalling from the original layout that I'm scrap lifting myself from. And then I pulled this XOXO from the Maggie Holmes oh, what is this? The Shine collection. I'm having a very hard time using this collection. It's almost too pretty to use. So I knew, I was like, I have to use something somewhere somehow. I just have to. So I decided to go with the XOXO because I want to make this a little more of a family, like a heartfelt layout, in the sense that what I'm talking about here is that I love so much about Arde, but my favorite part, especially when he was this age, he's a few months old, maybe 3 to 4 months old in these photos, that when he's cuddling with us or he's asleep on Sean's shoulder, those are my favorite moments. And so I really wanted to document that. And so that's kind of where that XOXO came from. Then what I decided is, because my photos are in black and white, I needed to add black in another area. So my first thought was, okay, that's fine. I think to make it the most cohesive, the best way for me to do it is to add some stitching. So I did black stitching, and I remembered to use a black bobbin, which I've forgotten to do in the past, and it looks horrible. So I remembered to do that. So I really like it. I did make sure to mix up my stitching a little, so it's solid for the most part, and then in a couple areas I did a little bit of the zigzag stitch, and I like that. I think it just adds a little added interest, and kind of, it's just my personal thing. I love to do that, and I do it in almost every layout I'm making now when I do stitching. Then come the embellishments, of course. So as I've been blabbering away, you saw that I added a gold heart chipboard sticker along with the same one. I think these are both a Maggie Holmes, and one of them says love in the black. I love that. Again, tying in some black so that there's black in different areas around the page kind of helps ground my layout. And of course that really pretty gold shiny heart that I added to the other cluster of hearts that had already been on there. I did that because I thought it would also be neat to have gold in more areas than just using it with the mixed media I had done with the glitter. And then of course I add that you and me the word phrase from the sticker sheet as well. And the reason why I did that was because originally, as I mentioned, these photos are from a Project Life that I had been using in 2014. I've condensed that, but there were still some photos I wanted to tell kind of bigger stories about, and this is one of them. But the embellishment I had originally had on there was green and was not going to work in this layout, so I took it off and I accidentally ripped a little bit of my photo. So I needed to make sure to cover that up, and that is why that word sticker is just kind of placed randomly above Jackson's head there. So what I'm working on now is I decided that it would be kind of neat to do more letter stickers and kind of use this as a second challenge to myself, as I was doing the Victoria Marie Facebook group challenge this week. I was hosting it with Sarah, and we challenged everyone to use up their sticker sheets. And so I'm trying to use some extra stickers that I probably normally wouldn't have, because I wanted to be able to just do some more. I then am going to decide what roller date stamp I wanted to use, and I'm showing you here that I wanted to use the Dear Lizzie one because of the motif of the hearts that it had on it, and obviously this layout is becoming very heart motif-ish, and I just added it there and then did it 3 times. My only issue with these roller date stamps is that the date itself is much larger than the rest of it, so I find it looks really funny. So I don't know, I like it, but I don't, and I find a way to fix it. And then finally, what you're gonna, well, not finally, but what else I'm going to get to is my love of tissue paper. And in almost every layout I make lately, it's involved tissue paper. Of course, I don't know where it's coming from. I just love the softness. And one of the reasons why I really did it with this layout in particular was I didn't want to cover up all of the mixed media I had done with my modeling paste and my glitter, because that's supposed to be the main point of my layout, well, in the designer's eye of it. And so I thought tissue paper would be a better option than like bordering it with some pattern paper, because you won't hide as much, and some of that mixed media will shine through the tissue as well. So now I'm thinking, and I came up with maybe doing black in one more area just to kind of help tie in. And I know that stitching could have counted as like my third option, but I wanted there to be one more big black element so that there was a triangle along with where the rest of the hearts were. So I did add that. I thought about titling this layout #us, but that didn't end up working. It just looked really funny, so I didn't do that, but it was a thought. And what happens next? So part of the issue with this layout is I I was working on it, and I recorded as much as possible. I'm trying to record a little bit more. I'm finding maybe my videos are a little too short. So I was recording a lot, and then I didn't think to look up to make sure it was still recording. So I had done everything, and half of it didn't record, of course, right? But what does make it on is the fact that I use this 3x4 card to just use it as some accents of some more teal to help kind of bring that out. I needed to add a little bit more color to this layout, and I love that, and I love that it's a morning routine. So this isn't actually in the morning, but no one's gonna know that. It's not a big deal. I mostly added it just because I wanted the color down there, so there was teal there and on my photo, and I just love that. It kind of helps disperse the colors, and it's beautiful. So what does end up being missed though in this layout is the fact that to tie in the fact that there is that corally color, I add a very, very old piece of ephemera from the 9 & Co collection that has the same color, and I add that by my photo. I also add my journaling that I do think that still makes it on camera, and I think I also add another 3x4 strip in some more coral by my photo to help, again, just tie it all in. So you'll miss that, but I will have the close-ups for it so you can see it. And I do apologize. It's my bad. I should have looked and I didn't. So sorry about that. And I think I mentioned that the point of this layout is just how much I love the quiet time with him, and it's my favorite part of the day. And so that's what I'm writing there. And I do trace my journaling with a ruler and a pencil, and I do that so I know I cannot write straight for the life of me. If there's no lines, it's horrible. So I've learned that about myself, and I just do it. It takes a bit of time, I understand that, but for me it works. It's just how I make things work. And so I am doing my journaling. I love to write with my Sharpie pens that I got for Christmas last year. It is one of my favorite things to do. So all my journaling is normally with a Sharpie. It's not really a fine point, but to me it works well, and it's fine. I don't mind my handwriting, so I tend to do a lot of handwritten journaling, as I'm sure you've seen in the past. And with that, it's basically going to wrap up my first process video for Calvinball. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned because I should have a ton more videos up. I'm hoping to do lots and lots of process videos this month to tie in with everything. My main goal this month is to do 25 layouts, so that's my goal. I'm hoping to make it. The next video that should be up, I think I might have a process video, and then it's obsessed.